This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, community members are still searching for answers after an attack led officers to two separate crime scenes, ending in an officer-involved shooting. Our AJ Douglas explains what we know so far.
Here on Pine Street, we've been seeing law enforcement taking photos and scanning the scene where a man was allegedly attacked with a hammer.
Shots fired, start rescue.
According to Maine State Police, around 10:13 a.m., an officer-involved shooting occurred in the area of 180 Argyle Road in Alton. Witnesses say they heard several gunshots and soon noticed a heavy police presence on Argyle. Those same witnesses say they saw officers traveling on foot and soon heard additional gunshots. It is believed that the suspect was injured while attempting to flee the residence where the alleged attack took place. Maine State Police continue to investigate the incident and plan to release more details at a later time. In Milford, AJ Douglas for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, authorities are investigating an alleged inappropriate relationship between a staff member and a student at Bangor High School. The Bangor school system making that announcement this morning. They say they learned about the alleged behavior on Wednesday, and police and the Department of Health and Human Services have been notified. Officials are not releasing any additional details as the investigation continues. Bangor School Superintendent James Tager released a statement saying their primary concern is the well-being and safety of students. He says if any student feels that they need to talk with someone or has any questions or concerns, they're encouraged to reach out to a trusted teacher, counselor, or social worker. We'll have more information on the case as it becomes available. Maine's Marine Patrol is prepping for a busy weekend on the coast. The work they do covers more territory than you might think. Our David Ledford got to go along for a ride.
We work as close as we can with the Coast Guard as far as search and rescue.
It's also the protection of the marine resources.
We'll board boats, we'll check their harvest.
Maine's Marine Patrol officers do a bit of everything. This means protecting life both on the water and under it.
Marine Patrol plays a huge role in regulating and enforcing marine resources, which are hugely important to Maine's economy, like lobsters and clams and all of those, so we're all really passionate about protecting those resources.
Officers say that the job brings with it an ocean of opportunities. And this Memorial Day weekend, they're keeping a watchful eye over Maine's waters.
You can pretend that you have an idea when you leave the house in the morning, but the reality is you can get blown in any different direction. It's a little bit of everything, quite honestly. There's a lot of things you expect, but then there's a lot of things that happen and you say, I didn't see that coming.
Marine Patrol officers say they know how quickly a day on the water can go from routine to unexpected. That's why they're asking Mainers to remember safe boating practices this weekend.
Limit your alcohol consumption, preferably have someone that's not consuming at all. If you're going to be out on a vessel, make sure you have your PFDs.
Patrol vessel sergeant to fishing vessel Seawind.
Maine's coastal environment, it's absolutely gorgeous, but it also is deadly. Throughout the years, we've seen the impact of that. Dress for that water temperature because it's cold. It's darn cold.
Officers say they are often working around the clock to safeguard boating Mainers.
We'll be out for 24, 36, 48 hours. So we'll match what they're doing, and you hear that a lot, like, what are you guys doing out here? But like, well, you're out.
Officers ask that anyone who hits the water this weekend brings first aid supplies, flotation devices, and a reliable form of communication. In Southwest Harbor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A great story there. Meanwhile, Down East Community Partners was out in force collecting much-needed hygiene products as part of their top-to-bottom drive. Tables were set up at 5 locations throughout Washington and Hancock counties to collect donations. They're in need of everything from cleaning supplies to diapers, shampoo, toothbrushes, and deodorant. The goal is to get people essential supplies they may not be able to access through other programs.
So with the cost of food and everything going up, people are just having to kind of ration what they do have, and we want to be able to support and offer them, little items to help their days go easier.
You can find a list of critically needed supplies on their website, downeastcommunitypartners.org. Their hope is that as people shop for Memorial Day weekend, they'll consider picking up something extra for someone in need. The Bangor Historical Society is getting ready to reopen for the season on Memorial Day. The Historical Society is located inside the former Thomas A. Hill House on Union Street in Bangor. The structure was built back in 1836 for Hill, who was a lawyer and amateur architect. Visitors who stop by will see a double parlor filled with furniture pieces, flatware, and attire from past generations, and a lot of military history as well.
It's a great place to come through if you've lived in Bangor your entire life. It's always great to stop by. If you're new, we can give you suggestions on where to go. We can also help you find a place to eat, go walk, and just really use us as a repository to experience the region.
The Bangor Historical Society will be open on Memorial Day from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. After the holiday, visitors can come by Monday through Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and on Sundays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Well, as many of us prepare to hit the roads for Memorial Day weekend, AAA has some tips that could make your trip easier and safer. According to AAA, this is projected to be the third busiest travel weekend since the year 2000. It's estimated that 42.3 million Americans will travel farther than 50 miles from home this weekend. The increase is largely attributed to less concerns over COVID-19 compared to the past couple of years.
There's been a lot of pent-up travel demand, and we've seen that both domestically and internationally as well. We're seeing huge increases in international travel. So, last few years, people have been kind of booked up in their homes and not getting out there and traveling, and now they're looking to get out there and travel.
Moody also says that gas prices being lowered this year is making it easier on travelers' wallets. AAA says Friday will be the busiest road travel day, but you can expect to see more traffic in general throughout the entire weekend. 1.9 million New Englanders alone are expected to be on the roads at some point throughout the holiday weekend. And here's hoping that everyone stays safe while on the roads and while they're enjoying their long weekend. How's the weather going to look? Well, we'll get a first check of our forecast and find out what's happening in the immediate future.
Thank you so much, Peter. Our first weather is brought to you by Proudy Auto Body, 26 Summer Street, Dover, Foxcroft. All right, folks, it was another overcast day out there today. The last couple of days actually been pretty overcast, a couple of showers in the area. Most of this is just sprinkles in the most eastern part of the state. But other than that, we are pretty clear. Visibilities are all at around 10 miles all over the state. So that pretty much indicates no rain and no fog in the region. Earlier today, though, it was a little bit chilly. We did have temperatures in the 30s and 40s. Look at the coast. Look at Rockland, 37 degrees. The western part of the state, there were some temperatures close to freezing. So hopefully folks did hide their plants and some sensitive vegetables that were outside because it was cold. But look what happened later in the day. We did rebound nicely, still below what we should be for this time of year. Our average high should be around 70 degrees. We only hit around 60 today. A couple of 50s out there. Also, tonight, though, we're going to continue to cool off with temperatures hovering in the 40s. Peter?
All right, so a pretty calm evening on the way. Thanks, Conrad. And coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, tonight, Bangor police officers are giving new meaning to the word service. After the break, we'll take you to the Bangor Applebee's for the department's latest community event.
The first ever Mazda CX-50, purpose-built for the outdoors. With our most advanced driving technology for responsive, consistent performance, on-road and off, that entices you to go further, more often.
Find your new Mazda today at Varney Mazda, 260 Hogan Road in Bangor, and discover what Varney value is all about.
If you think you have Dupuytren's contracture, there's a simple test you can take from anywhere. Try to lay your hand flat against the surface. If you can't, you may have Dupuytren's contracture. Talk to a hand specialist about your options, including non-surgical treatments.
I got hurt in a car accident and I've got some questions. Can I talk to a lawyer for free?
I answer car accident questions like these every day. Call the 2s. We win for you. If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call
222-2222. We can go into a room and have absolutely nothing in there, nothing on the windows, no color, no character, no tone to a room.
That's, I think, where we're strongest, is being able to help someone envision what's going to go in that window.
And we leave, it's totally transformed into something that the customer wants it to be. We've often been told we make a room look better just by leaving it.
My insurance kept going up and up and up and up.
I was getting a lot of mail about Medicare, getting pretty confused about it.
I could never have navigated through the loopholes.
Somebody said something about Senior Planning Center.
I heard a Senior Planning Center, so we called them.
Senior Planning Center was a lifesaver for us.
I couldn't begin to do it all on my own, but Senior Planning Center did it all.
Gave me all my options and signed me up with what I needed within an hour.
Senior Planning Center helped us so much.
Biggest help I could ever have asked for.
Miss Williams had taken you in when you were a child? Yes.
A reversal of fortune flipped the script.
You and your daughter needed a place to stay.
Yes, we did. We didn't want to see them go without. They didn't let me go without when I was a child.
But her generosity had limits.
There was an argument.
When we told her to leave, she caused a big scene.
I heard banging. I couldn't tell if it was a hammer or a bat, and she was hitting the car.
Next Judge Judy.
Friday at 5, only on ABC7.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Welcome back. Tonight, Bangor police officers are taking community service to the next level. Literally. They're working to raise money for the Special Olympics through a Tip a Cop event at the Bangor Applebee's. Our Beth Jones joins us now live with more. Beth?
Thanks so much, Pete. Yeah, we are here live here at the Applebee's on Hogan Road. It is jumping inside, and that is a good thing, not just for the servers, because tonight is a Tip a Cop event, which benefits Special Olympics. And for more on that, we are here with Sergeant Jason McCambly with the Bangor Police Department. Sergeant, thank you so much for chit-chatting with us tonight, taking a break from your busy serving inside.
It's very busy in there, and the people that are in there serving the folks that came, some of them specifically just for Tip a Cop. Everybody else who's shown up has been very supportive of us. This is a great event. We're able to finally get out after the pandemic and raise a pretty good amount of money for Special Olympics by the time this is all over. We've got an officer at the bar serving, so, take it easy, but we've got 7 other officers who are in helping different servers around the building. We're clearing tables, we're trying to take orders, we're trying to be nice, and all for a really good cause. And so many people have said it's nice to see us back out here again because it's been a while. It really has.
So take us through it. How does it work? So folks just come in, they get seated as they normally would, but a portion of their check goes to you guys, or they make a donation. How does this work? How do folks help out?
They make a donation. Nothing out of their check. Nothing comes out of their server's check. Any tip you leave for the server is all theirs. This is a whole separate thing. There's an envelope for it. You can put it in there, and we will happily take it from you. 100% of what they give goes to Special Olympics. We'll be dropping it off here next week sometime.
And that is definitely a cause that is near and dear to the hearts of law enforcement here in the state of Maine. Tell me a little bit about why this is so special to you all.
I really like seeing how much the community supports it, and you hear about it a lot and you don't think, how are they making ends meet? Well, it's people like this come to a restaurant like this who, some of the people that have traveled specifically just for this event tonight because they heard about it happening thanks to the news stories, they're here to give money. I mean, they're going above their bills for what they're giving to Special Olympics because maybe they know somebody or maybe they just want to help out.
Well, here's hoping that the evening continues to be as busy as it is right now. I see you put on your running shoes. I suspect you're going to need them for the rest of the evening. Here's hoping. Sergeant, thank you so much for speaking with us tonight. That'll do it for us here at Applebee's. Back to you.
All right, Beth, thanks so much. And still to come on ABC7 News at 6, 5th graders from Holbrook Middle School take a field trip to Maplewood Cemetery in Clifton in anticipation of Memorial Day. And in sports, Herman's Lindsay Reed is heading to Husson next fall to begin her career as a multi-sport college athlete. That story coming right up.
Upgrade your outdoor living space with TimberTech decking and railing by AZEK. The low-maintenance decking with the look of natural wood. TimberTech is everything wood should be. TimberTech railings provide safety while adding a beautiful finish. Your Hammond sales rep will help you with your selections and design planning, and Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For the look of real wood that lasts a lifetime, choose TimberTech by AZEK from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
So everybody around joined or was drafted. I was just one of them.
Our plane got hit, and the number 2 engine was on fire. The pilot had tried to put it out with the extinguisher, and it didn't work. So we were told to bail out.
Down cellar, there was a big flat wall. On that wall was the autographed addresses of 13 American prisoners that they had taken off the shores and the boats and things, and they hid them in that basement.
I was in Chicago during that VJ Day, and that was quite a wild scene.
Our heroes, their own words. A special honoring Maine's World War II veterans this Memorial Day at 8 p.m. on ABC 7.
Herman Meadow is a very user-friendly golf course. We have some very good rates. We have discounts for military people. We have discounts for seniors, individual and group lessons for juniors.
The greens, especially this year, they're in excellent shape. It's not a course that won't allow you to hit the ball 10 or 12 times on any hole and still have fun.
There's some challenges out there, but there's also some risk rewards.
It's convenient. You can come in Union Street, you can come in Route 2. It's just in a great location.
It's just a fun place to play.
Are you on your way?
Yep, coming.
And Mom and Dad?
Don't worry, they'll be there.
Happy anniversary!
Make your summer special during the Kia Summer Sales Event with a dependable SUV or a powerful sedan. Lease a new 2023 EV6 Win for $499 a month.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Taylor Events and Equipment Rental, 1179 Hammond Street in Bangor.
Welcome back in, everyone, and thank you for staying with us. Happy Friday. Let's start with some Celtics here. Boston on Thursday night dominating the Miami Heat en route to another big win with their backs against the wall. The C's beating the Heat 110-97, but it wasn't really that close. They came out on fire and didn't slow down all game. They took a 20-point lead in the second quarter and kept their foot on the gas all night long. And now they look to win their fifth straight elimination game this postseason. They're 4-0 in elimination games this postseason. That's on Saturday night. And for them, it's all familiar territory. A pivotal Game 6 on the road to force a Game 7 at home. And they know the Heat are coming with some fire.
It's going to be a grind. They're going to come back and play well. The crowd's going to be in it. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take 48 minutes of battling, scratching, clawing, and we got to find a way to win.
We got to be ready to take they punch at home. We got to be ready to be resilient and come out and do what we're supposed to do.
When all hope seems to be lost, when the game is on the line, our back's against the wall, that, everybody going to go down fighting, give it everything they have, and that's contagious.
I need to find out where Tatum got that shirt. I probably can't afford it, though. Again, we will shift from playoff basketball to some playoff baseball here. Maine baseball 1 win away from heading to the America East Championship. Second-ranked Retrievers from UMBC shadowboxing, trying to send the top-seeded Maine into the losers bracket. This one was a pitcher's duel. Caleb Lees for Maine paints the corner here for the backwards K. Top of the third, no score. Anthony Swenda gets a hold of this one from Lees. He takes it deep to center, makes it a 1-0 UMBC lead. Just one of 4 hits Lees would give up, and he would get out of it. Nice play here on the defensive end. Tips it to himself and barehands the comebacker to retire the side. Bottom of the third now. Jake Marquez up. He lines this one to left. That one hops over the wall. He's in scoring position with a ground rule double. Now on third for Quinn McDaniel. He lifts this one deep to center. Plenty deep to score Marquez. He trots on home. Black Bears tie it 1-1. And in the bottom of the 6th with McDaniel on first, Jeremiah Jenkins swats this ball deep to right. That one's over the fence. It's not coming back. That's a 2-run shot. Maine wins 3-1. They'll play in the America East Championship game Saturday at 1. And they will play the loser of UMBC and Binghamton. That game is 1-1 right now. Let's go to some high school sports here. Over in Herman, one 3-sport Hawk is heading to Husson in the fall to continue her career as a multi-sport athlete. Lindsay Reed, a varsity soccer, cheerleading, and softball athlete, will be trading in her blue and yellow for some green and gold, where she will be playing soccer and softball for the Eagles. Reed is a 100-goal scorer and a 2-time state champ in cheerleading, also a 3-time regional champ in soccer. And while sports was definitely a big part of her decision to go to Husson, it wasn't the whole picture. She says it's a great institution. She has some family at the school as well.
It's a good school, and my brother goes there as well, and I think just the chance to continue playing sports was a big thing for me, and they gave me that opportunity, and I'm really excited to continue.
Now, aside from her brother, Reed will be joining a few former teammates at Husson from both sports. And she also says during high school, it's tough to pick which sport is her favorite, so that helped her decision to play both seasons with the Eagles. Right now, she's just looking forward to making more memories as her career continues.
It's something I was interested in. Having to choose between the two is kind of hard for me because they're kind of sports where whatever season I'm in, it's kind of my favorite one. So being able to continue is a blessing. And just continuing to build friendships and relationships and stuff is fun.
All right, wishing her luck there and the rest of the way in the softball season. That is all the time we have for sports right now. Here's Conrad Sipinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much, Tyler. Our main weather is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives 1 full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selections of cars and trucks. The nice car and truck people. All right. Let's get right into the weather. A little overcast out there today once again. A little bit cooler than what we should be for this time of year. Our average high should be around 70. Today, more like 60 out there with all those clouds. But look down south. We're looking at Boston into New York. Pretty much nothing. Lots of sunshine. It was a whole 180 of what we had outside today. Most of the United States is pretty clear. Most of the center of the country is pretty clear. A little bit of rain going on by North Carolina, South Carolina into Georgia. A couple of spots in Florida still getting in on a couple of showers. Texas has a couple of lighter rain showers in the area. But for the most part, most of the country is pretty clear. And we're finally going to start clearing up. We're going to see more sunshine returning. And guess what? Temperatures will be warming up right in time for our long Memorial Day weekend. Perfect timing. Mother Nature knows exactly when to bring all this and nice weather. Right now, though, we do have a light breeze, around 13-mile-an-hour winds here in town, 10 by the coast in Bar Harbor. Rockland is coming in with around an 8-mile-an-hour wind. Same story into Machias right now. Winds will continue to die down slowly overnight tonight into tomorrow as temperatures start to warm. We have a pretty strong ridge in the center part of the country, which is pretty much extending into the northeast. Look at this, 70s down the board, and this is just the start. It's going to continue to warm up back into the 80s. Like I said, our average high should be around 69, 70 degrees. Look what happens by Sunday. 86 degrees. Beach weather will be back. A little bit cooler for our Memorial Day on Monday, and then mid-70s once again on Tuesday, and then 80s returning into middle to end of next week. So it is going to be hot once again. Well above average temperatures will continue to stick around with us. Tonight, though, we're looking at temperatures hovering at around 43 degrees, mostly clear, a little bit breezy. We will continue to have a light breeze out of the southwest, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. I would say a good night to go outside, enjoy the stars. It's Friday night, of course. We got our long weekend ahead and a nice and exciting one as well. Look what happens tomorrow. 79 degrees. Finally, a much nicer weather returning, mostly sunny, and a light breeze once again out of the northwest. So more better weather starts tomorrow. Our extended forecast outlook does show even nicer weather on Sunday, a little bit cooler on Monday, and then warmer Tuesday into Wednesday. Peter?
All right, just a fantastic 5-day outlook with lots of sunshine. We'd love to see it. Thanks, Conrad. And there's still more to come after the break.
I'm Phil Levesque, president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963.
We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing.
Let us help you get back to business.
Max True Value Hardware in Unity is the best option year-round for all of your home improvement projects. Backed by one of the leading paint manufacturers in the United States, Max will color match or custom mix any color for you. We care about your pets too, carrying all of the essential pet products in our store. During those cold winters, we take the extra step to help with wood pellets ready to load on site. We also fill all size propane cylinders year-round. Max True Value Hardware. We take pride in serving our community. Let us know how we can help you today.
Two of country music's biggest stars together live. Lee Brice and Cole Swindell together live. May 28th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Lee Brice. Cole Swindell with special guest Louis Brice. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com.
With an exciting new Toyota, you can go out and enjoy all your favorite summer activities. Sorry.
Get affordable 3.99% financing on a luxurious Highlander.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
All right, ready for this?
Everyone is invited.
Fill your week with Wheel.
It's Sweethearts Week, Veterans Week.
It's Teachers Week.
Fabulous Food Week.
Days packed with fun.
Yeah. Hawaii Week, Teen Week.
Margaritaville.
Restock the margarita board. Maggie, it's Collage Week.
It's College Week.
It's going to be a big week for everybody.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
Tonight, as families wait to see if they can pay their bills or afford a mortgage, the debt ceiling showdown.
They've all agreed there will be no default.
With ripple effects already showing, more Americans turn to the most watched program on television, World News Tonight with David Muir.
Welcome back, everyone. The Maine Troop Greeters are a dedicated group of men and women. Today, the volunteers were honored at the Bangor International Airport for their efforts to support traveling troops. Maine Troop Greeters run the possibility of being paged at a moment's notice due to the confidentiality surrounding military flights. 12 fallen greeters were honored with their names added to a brick pavilion at the Bangor International Airport.
During my military service, when me and my brothers came back home, we were sped at and definitely treated badly. And we made the determination that never again will one generation of American servicemen and women face what we faced.
Paul Martin, Bob McLaughlin, C. Reynolds, and Julie Rudnicki.
They were the first people that these troops saw and were greeted with handshakes, coins, symbols, smiles, hugs, and just a warm, warm welcome.
Just a great show of support, and if you missed the annual brick dedication ceremony, you can visit the pavilion at any time. Meanwhile, students at Leroy H. Smith School in Winterport honored local veterans during an assembly today. Students there have been learning about the different branches of the military leading up to Memorial Day weekend. Today, they hosted local veterans to share their appreciation with a breakfast in the cafeteria. Students also sang and performed a number of patriotic songs on their recorders.
My great-nephew was in school here, and he brought a paper home and asked me if I'd come down for him, and I'm glad to, more than happy. I think it's important, you know. It makes me feel great, and I hope it makes the other vets feel great as well. But it's good for the kids to learn and understand and know what it all means.
Each student in the school made a card, which they then gave to a veteran to say thank you. Taking lessons from the classroom and applying them in real life. For fifth graders from the Holbrook School in Holden, those lessons took them to Maplewood Cemetery in Clifton. Close to 40 students took the field trip to help remember those that made the ultimate sacrifice. Kids placed flags and read about some of Maine's heroes this Memorial Day weekend.
We're placing flags everywhere on the spots with the flag holders, and it tells a lot about the person and what war they fought in.
We learned that people have died in honor of their country to save lives for people.
We are told that this act of service was thought of as a way to remember Chief Chris Greeley from the Holden Police Department, who made acts of service part of his life's work. We lost Chief Greeley earlier this year unexpectedly. And it's great to see so many community events going on to mark this Memorial Day, especially young students getting involved. And we hope that everyone has a safe Memorial Day weekend ahead, especially if you're doing any traveling, to keep that in mind. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great rest of your evening.